Phil Jackson or Greg Popovich?
That's tough because I didn't see much of Phil Jackson. What do you think on that one?
I'm going Phil just because I liked how he played the mental game too. It wasn't just coaching.
He coached Jordan and Kobe, right?
And Shaq and Rodman.
Shaq.
He had to manage all those guys.
Didn't he say like it was about managing personalities and not so much about X's and O's, right?
Yeah, 11 rings. I mean.
The thing is, I'm a Knicks fan.
Ooh.
He came to the Knicks and he did nothing. We had to drive him out of there.
I think he was washed by then. He was so old by then, dude. He didn't think about it. When you're that old and that rich.
The thing about Popovich that I don't like, he gets so involved in politics.
Yeah.
Just like Steve Kerr.
Yeah, he hates Trump.
Yeah, it's like, dude, like, shut the fuck up. It's like Popovich and Steve Kerr, they're so involved in this stuff. It's like we're all American citizens. We have rights to our own opinion. You don't have to shove it in our face.
Yeah.
And that's something that I hate with all sports right now. It's so much politics in your face. It's like I want to watch sports to get away from my stress. I mean, as a professional gambler, it's different. But for most people, we want to get rid of our stress. We want to like watch something and enjoy. And they take the fun out of that by bringing all this politics and all that stuff. And I think honestly, that's something that's hurt the NBA tremendously.
100%.
They're so involved in the left. And it's like you're just alienating anyone who has a differing view. And I think it's so dumb.
That's part of the reason LeBron gets a lot of hate.
Yeah, he's a left. He's on the left. Right?
Well, not just that. He's just like vocal about it. Like Jordan never talked politics.
He wants to win.
I just saw Pippen on Patrick Bet-David's show, and he was talking about this. They don't talk anymore, Pippen and Jordan, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, they got some beef.
But didn't like Pippen's ex-wife like date
Jordan's son? But he said they were never close off the court, which is wild.
That's the thing. Like people, it's like a business relationship with Pippen and Jordan.
Yeah.
It's like we're gonna do what it takes on the court. Doesn't mean you have to be friends off the court.
But now everyone is friends with each other.
Yeah, LeBron changed that. He's like, oh, I want to be friends with Durant, Dwayne Wade. I'll join forces. It's like that shit is so dumb to me. It's like stay with your team your whole career, find a way to make it work. I'm more old school mentality with a lot of stuff. I don't believe you should be friends with your opponent because you want to get any edge you can over them.
Right.
And part of it's mental. And part of it's in the summer. You don't want them to train with you so they can see what you're doing. You want to keep the people who do the best in the world at whatever they do, they keep it quiet.
Fact.
They don't tell anybody because they're making a lot of money. So it's like, why would LeBron tell Durant what he's doing in the offseason? Doesn't make any sense to me.
I got to ask, since you brought up Durant, how do you feel about Draymond Green? Because obviously he brought 4 rings, but he also drove Durant and he drove Jordan Poole out of the organization.
I think Draymond he's great, but I think he's overrated. And I think he's way too cocky. It's like if you were on any other team, you would have been out of the league within 5 years. Steph Curry and Klay Thompson made you into who you are. So I think Draymond needs to be humbled a little bit because he's not really a good offensive player. He's a good playmaker, but you need weapons to be able to play make for. If you put him on the Charlotte Hornets, he'd be nothing. He made so much money. He became such a big name, in my opinion, completely because of Steph Curry. And it's like, dude, you got to recognize that, and you got to take a step back. I don't know the whole story with the Jordan Poole stuff, and honestly, I wouldn't have paid Draymond anything. Like, I would have said, I believe in loyalty, but I also believe in doing what's best for business. And when Draymond's not that great of a player anymore, if you pay him and give him a contract, it's gonna fuck you in the future, paying other players. So personally, I get it. Draymond did a lot for that franchise, but I don't think the Warriors should have paid him because he's nowhere near the level of player that he used to be.
Yeah, I really wanted to see Klay end his career there. You know?
I mean, I do too, but what are you going to do when he's not performing at the level? The Warriors, they're in a lot of trouble right now because they're paying so much money and they're not a good team. When you have a team like the Thunder who's not paying that much money and they have a great team and a ton of assets.
Yeah.
So it's all about the future. And when if they were going to keep Klay and Draymond, it just would hurt them.
That's a good point. Father Time's undefeated, right?
Exactly. Besides Brady.
Facts. Are you on the LaMelo Ball bandwagon?
I think he's a great player, but I don't think he cares enough about winning.
Mm.
I do love the Ball family. I love LiAngelo, and I think Lonzo's a great player. And I think it's pretty cool how LeVar said he talked all his shit, and it ended up coming true pretty much that his sons were great players. But I think you got to care about basketball, number one, to be great, because everybody's chasing greatness. Everybody wants to be great. And if you don't care as much as the next guy, it's going to hurt you.
Do you think Jokic has a shot of becoming the best center of all time?
I think he does personally, but I don't think he'll ever be considered that, because I don't think – it's all about what the media pushes, right? So even to this day, Jokic doesn't get near the push that he deserves.
Mm.
So I don't think – it's like the Brady argument. Personally, I don't believe he's the GOAT, but the media brainwashes everyone to think he's the GOAT, so they're just going to say he's the GOAT because 90% of people follow whatever the media says.
Right.
So they're never going to say Jokic is the best center of all time because they're going to say guys that they want to push the narrative, like Shaq or Duncan or players like that. They're going to always say Shaq is better because he's in the media, he's on TNT, he loves the NBA, he still wants to be involved. Jokic doesn't care about basketball as much as Shaq. When the season's over, he goes home to his horses, and that's what he cares about more. So I don't think the media is really going to push him to propel him for people to think he's the best. But for me, I don't follow what other people say. I think whatever I think. And I think he definitely could be considered one of the greatest of all time at the center position for sure.
I think part of it also is he's not marketable.
Exactly.
Like the personality.
He's not on Instagram.
Yeah, they can't make money off him.
Exactly. So why would they care if they can't make money off him?
100%. Yeah, from a business point of view, I get it.
What do you think he's one of the best centers, though?
Oh, yeah. I mean, how many MVPs already? 3 or 4?
I think so.
And he's still kind of in his prime right now?
Yeah, he's young. He came in 15, 16. Europeans usually come in young. He's probably only 29 right now. I don't know exactly what
and he got snubbed on one of them by Embiid, I remember, too. So
I think that was last year.
Was it last year? Yeah, because they didn't want him winning 3 in a row. It would have looked bad.
Exactly, because the media votes for MVP. So they want to change the narrative and control it. And it's like that stuff is just I just don't respect it.
MVP is so, like, subjective.
Exactly. I mean, this year I think it's going to be Shea for sure. I saw he was like minus 600 to get MVP. But they just want to – usually what the NBA does is they give it to the youngest player who's never won it and is on the come-up. Mm. And Shea does fit that bill right now, so I think that's another added reason why he's going to win it. But if you look at history, it's always a young guy coming up who's never won it they love to give it to.
Yeah. What do you think of Rudy Gobert having 4 defensive players of the year?
I think he's the most overrated player of all time, especially as time goes on. If you look at Minnesota in the playoffs last year, he's a complete liability on offense. It's like you could play 4-on-5 in the other way. So they had to take him out of the game and put in Naz Reid because he does nothing on offense. Mm. The game has evolved and changed so much. You see centers shooting threes. If they don't, and if they can't score outside the paint, it's kind of tough to keep them in the game. And another thing with the free throws, you just foul them. You foul them when you're in the penalty early.
Hack a Shaq.
Exactly. It's just these guys, you have to be able to score offensively now as a center.
Yeah. It can't be like Rodman anymore. We get 20 rebounds.
Yeah, that doesn't exist because it's just the game's so much different now.
Absolutely. Where do you rank Steph Curry in the point guard GOAT debate? Wherever you guys are watching this show, I would truly appreciate it if you follow or subscribe. It helps a lot with the algorithm. It helps us get bigger and better guests, and it helps us grow the team. Truly means a lot. Thank you guys for supporting, and here's the episode.